Well, filing taxes doesn't have to be a nightmare, especially if you get a jump start on them. Here to give us some helpful tips for this new year is tax expert and good friend of the show, Daniel Tahara. Welcome back, my friend.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So it's the new year. Is it too soon to start talking about taxes?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
The earlier you get started thinking about taxes, the easier it is. A little planning and organization now can help make tax season a lot less stressful for you.
So along those lines, how can people get organized?
Well, most of the documents that you're going to need aren't going to start arriving until later this month, but you can start gathering what receipts and documents you already have. Make sure you store them in one place. And it's also a good idea if you can find a copy of last year's tax return, because that'll be a helpful guide to do your taxes this year.
That's a really good idea. You're good. You're good, you. So the age-old question is, do we do it ourselves or do we have a professional do our taxes?
Well, you know, there's a lot of great software products out there that make it pretty simple to do your taxes on your own. And if your income and filing status is pretty similar to what it was last year, you could probably do it yourself and just follow along with what you did on your last year's tax return. Now, it's generally a good idea to use a professional if you own your own business or have some complex issues like maybe multiple investment transactions or some cancellation of debt. You know, then there are also some people who just rather just gather all their documents, hand it on over to preparer, and not worry about it until next year.
Exactly. Hand it over to this guy. He'll do it all for us.
So if you are one of the people that do want to use a preparer this year, it's a great time to start looking for one. If you haven't used one before, you want to make sure they're taking new clients and they can get you booked for an appointment.
Oh, that's a good point. Got to get in, got to get an appointment.
Exactly.
Probably. So it's a new year, and we've heard a lot about the federal tax plan. So what are some of the new changes we should be aware of here?
Well,
There's a lot.
First off, the good news is everyone gets 2 extra days to file or procrastinate because because tax day is not until Tuesday, April 17th, due to a federal holiday.
Okay.
Next, for California purposes, there's the California Earned Income Tax Credit, or Cal EITC. Okay. And that's been expanded to those that make $22,300 or less, and it's available to those who either work for an employer or are self-employed. And this is a valuable cashback credit that provides a financial boost to low-income working families. And the great news is it could be taken in addition to the federal EITC.
Oh, a little double
exactly.
cashback there. Nice.
And the most important thing that we want everyone to be aware of, not just during tax season, but all year long, is to be cautious anytime anyone asks you for personal or tax-related information, because unfortunately, ID theft related scams designed to steal your tax refund used to only be limited to tax season, but now the scammers are hard at work trying to come up with new ways to steal your information all year long. So we want everyone to be cautious.
That is a good point. I wouldn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I would not even think about it. So we're just coming off the holidays, and probably a lot of people gave to charities and whatnot. Are all of those write-offs and all those donations, are those write-offs?
Well, generally you can claim a deduction for any donations you made to qualified organizations. Now you can go to the IRS's website at irs.gov and you can verify that any organizations that you contributed to qualify for that deduction.
Oh, that's nice. And how do we get those write-offs in order?
So obviously you want to keep everything in one place so you know where to find them. And go back and look at last year's tax return. That'll help you identify what credits and deductions you took last year so you don't miss any this year. And while you're doing that, it might also help you identify some documentation that you're missing.
Oh, yes, yes.
Also, we have a handy chart that lists all the credits available for California tax purposes. You can go to our website at ftb.ca.gov and search for individual tax credits to find that.
Okay, you may have just answered my next question, was where do I go for more information?
The best place to go is our website, ftb.ca.gov. It's got everything you need for tax season and beyond. If you need some help with general tax questions or maybe help finding something on our website, take advantage of our live chat feature, which connects you to a live agent through instant messaging. You can also give us a call if you need to at 1-800-852-5711.
Nice. Call him day or night. Day or night. He will help you with your taxes, right?
Yeah, and if you need help, I'm there for you.
Okay, dynamite. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much.